Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the TCP network model. So we're going to start out at the bottom and work our way up here. So I kind of just place these so they conceptually make sense. One builds upon the other. So let's start at the first layer, the bottom. So we have four layers in the TCP network model. So the first layer is the network access layer. Now this deals with the physical transmission of data, including hardware and network interfaces. So this includes protocols such as Ethernet, Wi-Fi, PPP, point-to-point protocol, DSL, and token ring. Now, also, this includes things like wiring, cables, and physical media. So the network access layer includes, all the physical stuff, the physical network, as well as those lower level protocols like Ethernet and Wi-Fi. Now the Ethernet protocol, for example, deals with getting things from one point to the other from like a network card on like an actual network card on a PC or an endpoint device to an actual switch or router. So it doesn't deal with like routing things from one router to another, and it doesn't deal with routing things across the internet or anything like that. This is literally just one device to the other device, making sure the actual network itself is working. Now, one layer above that, the layer 2, is the internet layer. So this handles addressing and routing of data packets across networks. So that's across multiple networks or the internet, ensuring that they reach the correct destination. So it's basically host-to-host communication that is routed. So this isn't just two devices on the same physical network, but this could be any two devices on any network. And so this handles getting network traffic from one node on a specific network and handles routing it across multiple networks and routers to another specific node on another network. So it's node to node across multiple networks. It handles routing, but it's just getting it between those two nodes, not between specific applications or anything. So protocols would be the IP or internet protocol. This is the main protocol that handles routing and getting things from one point to another and figuring out how to route it there. So there's IP, the internet protocol. There's ICMP, used generally for pinging and stuff like that. And you have IGMP, you have ARP, and RARP. So not to dig too deep into those protocols and get off topic, but that's basically the internet layer. Now, the transport layer is responsible for reliable and efficient data delivery between applications using protocols like TCP and UDP. It's responsible for getting traffic to a specific application that usually listens on a specific port. So it basically handles communication between two different applications. Yeah, so essentially the idea is the transport layer will get you from application to application. Each application is running on a host, but the transport layer is basically just, it deals with the connection directly from one app to the other app, and the logic of, inter-host communication is, the layer below that. So the next layer is the fourth layer is the application layer. Now, this layer interacts directly with the user, providing services like email, web browsing, and file transfer. This is basically application protocols and data. So you could think of this as like it's just data that gets sent to the application, and the application figures out what to do with it. Now, the layer below that, transport layer, connects to specific applications. This layer is purely just handled by the logic of the application and how the application or program itself is coded up. So essentially this includes things like you could just send it basically includes protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, SMTP, DNS, SSH, any of that stuff, and the logic of these handled by the application. And those protocols themselves will also have you could think of it as a layer above that. They actually contain data like HTML, images, and whatever else is getting sent along with that. So So essentially, while you do have application layer protocols, you have some actual protocols that are required for the application layer that let the applications work and handle all the logic and everything for the applications. You also have your data for those applications included together with that as well. So like HTTP for web or hypertext protocol that involves how you request web pages, how the application requests and sends data to like web forms, requests pages and stuff. Whereas the data, for example, would be HTML. You might actually get the actual HTML page, like an actual web page or images for that page. All of that stuff, HTTP and HTML, all go together on the application layer. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of how the TCP network model works. It's relatively straightforward, and if you it'll make more sense if you actually understand the individual protocols and what they do. But this is generally how things are organized, and the idea is to show the interrelationship between these protocols and how they're stacked together. So hopefully this gives you a good overview. If anything doesn't make sense, you have any questions, comments, criticisms, if you felt like I could have explained that a little bit better, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know how good of an explanation this is and if anything here doesn't make sense. And the other thing you're going to want to do is hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and also hit that little bell icon so YouTube will actually let you know when we come out with new updated videos. You're not going to want to miss out on all the other stuff we have on our channel. We have a lot of other great tech content. We do hardware, software, coding, networking, Raspberry Pis, 3D printing, robots, lots of great tech stuff you're not going to want to miss out on. So definitely hit that subscribe button. But that's about it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.